Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, as you guys can see, I got my Tamiya Sand Viper here in my hand. I'm going to take this out here for a little backyard drive, a little bash in here. I got my ramp out, just kind of drive around. I have not had this out since around the time I built it, which has been a couple of years since I built this guy. And I have converted this to brushless. I just have one of those cheap Dumbo RC 60 amp ESC brushless combos. It's sensorless. You'll see a lot of cogging. It's certainly not something you want to use for any kind of competition. I believe it was 3300 kV in here. It moves along pretty good. I got a 2S LiPo in here. So again, it's pretty quick, but I mean, it's not something you want to use for any kind of competition because of the way it cogs and just at its budget. You know, these are like, I don't know, like $30, $40 for these kits or something. They're really, really cheap for those brushless kits. And I'm using my Dumbo RC DDF 350. Just got this in. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be reviewing this very soon. This is awesome. Less than 60 bucks. You get an LCD screen. I get the metal wheel here, and it's, you know, you can have 10 model settings or memory for 10 models saved in here. And I created one here for the Sand Viper. So let's go ahead and turn on the power to the Sand Viper here. And then we're going to hold down the power here on the controller, and our screen fires up, and then it should bind. And then we hear the music from the ESC. And there we go. You have to servo reverse the steering to get it the right way, and then trimmed it up. Again, I'll go over all the controls for this in the review, but it has a really nice screen and a dial here, and you can go and adjust your trims right from the main screen, and it can control up to 10 channels. Takes 4 AA batteries. Let's go ahead and take it out here. You can probably see there how I didn't want to go at first, like it just kind of like cogs and ugh. This is the same thing whenever I reviewed it initially with my just my generic Dumbo RC. So it's nothing with the controller. It's just the setup is not. Once it gets going, it's fine. But man, sometimes you press it to go and it just doesn't even want to. Like you can't find the position of the motor to take off. So you can see it moves along pretty good. Whoa! See, now it doesn't want to go, and then it does. You have to kind of give it some throttle and wiggle the trigger to get it going. Again, it's always been that way. Let's just make sure everything's fine with it. That was a pretty good tumbling. You know, these Tamiyas are a lot of fun and I love them, but they're not the most durable cars with all the plastic. So a really hard tumble like that, you're more inclined to break something. Thank goodness parts and stuff now are so easy to find on the internet compared to whenever I first got into these Tamiyas back in the 1980s. It was not easy to get parts. Pre-internet days. Hobby shops didn't really have them. Tower Hobbies didn't really carry parts very much, just the kits. So when something broke, you were kind of, man, it was not easy. Oh, that wasn't very good. But yeah, it moves along. You can see it. Whoa, you can see it. It really moves. And why it's doing that and wiping out is we've got mole tracks, these moles that dig these tunnels, make these mounds. Let's just check it over again. And it really, they hit these and it just flies. Everything looks fine. You know, your more aluminum, metal, composite plastic kits from other brands are certainly much more durable than these Tamiyas. This Sand Viper's not a retro, but it's in that same style, and with it being a plastic model, it's, you know, it's just stuff will break. And I think we have something wrong for a wheel, and we do. I think maybe a steering. Hopefully, something popped off here. It looks like this little ball joint deal is. Let's see, make sure I'm finding the right spot here. This one here is attached. It looks like it's right up here. It's popped off, and I don't think the plastic on this doesn't look busted. It's like the screw came out. because you can see this is still in here and the screw goes through here. So I just need to get a screw in there and fix it. So I'm gonna try to go fix that, and then we'll come back and do a little bit more running. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got it fixed. I found a screw that fits in here. It's a little different color, but it looks like it's the right length. And I did tighten this up a bit too. So this, obviously the vibrations is causing this to come loose and the screw fell out. I've never had that happen before. Usually on these Tamiyas, I would just bust some plastic. So I'm gonna try to keep it away from these mole paths the best I can, because this thing just is not handling it well, because it's such an abrupt change. It's not like you're going up a gradual ramp. You're hitting a very abrupt, clump of dirt, and it's just throwing the buggy up in the air. So I'm just gonna try to keep it around here, where this area here is very hard, flat ground, and the mole hasn't been up here. So pretty easy fix, and I'm just glad that it's not any. I'm gonna try to back it up here. I'd like to hit this ramp if I can, but I don't want to hit the ramp too hard with this, end up busting something. It's, again, these cars they're a bit delicate. They're not your Armas or something that's gonna launch it over a house and it doesn't bust. You can see it's doing just fine here, where it's just a flat dirt area like this. This is what this car's made for. You hit those mole tunnels or tracks, man. It's just, man, those are brutal. Ooh, I threw a rock into the fence here. Got some rock in here on the ground. That's big piles of rock laying in the back here too. Overall, I don't think the Zan Viper's too bad. This is what I think it's the DTO2 chassis on here. And it seems to have no problems with this brushless. I didn't want to go with a real fast KV, a real high KV or fast brushless, and I like to stick with 2S. A lot of these Tamiyas, they can handle brushless as long as you stick with 2S. That's my experience. Of course, obviously the KV matters as well, but it definitely, some of these can go up to 3, but in my experience, when I've ran 3S, especially with a higher KV, that's when you start to end up too much heat, end up stripping something. My Durga, that thing was probably doing about 50 miles an hour on 3S with a 40, real high, 4,300 or 40. I had a really fast KV in there, and it, I'm not sure what happened there. I think I messed up something with the servo. I think it popped off, but that one, the Durga, I think I stripped out some stuff. It was messed up. I'll have to look. I'm doing that. You can hear something popped off the servo or something. When I flipped it over, I don't know why. Yeah, these are a bit delicate. They're fun cars. What I want to do is I'd like to build a track back here, sort of like Adam. If you watch this, it's just a matter of getting the materials and some earth moving equipment, because I have all this area from my fence here back to that lane in front of the cemetery, from just left of that yellow post here over to about that tree. You get narrows as you get down towards the road. I got all this area here, and all I got is this willow tree. So I've got a ton of room. I could put a track back here. It's just a matter of getting it around to doing it. So if you guys like videos like this, and you like drone reviews or RC cars, which I do a lot of pre-built Amazon brand RC cars, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, that way you're notified when I upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a great day.
The power of the dark side.